Now, if you're a Christian and you've been paying attention to Trump's pro-war rhetoric, wouldn't it be nice if we struck first? More countries should have nuclear weapons. It shouldn't be that big of a deal if we use nuclear weapons on somebody else. If you're a true Christian and you actually follow many of the teachings of Jesus Christ, which I don't, but I know many people in this country do, you would probably think there's really nothing compatible between my Christian values and those of Donald Trump. Although Donald Trump did receive a plurality of the evangelical vote in the Republican primary. Earlier this campaign season, 78% of white evangelical Christians said, I plan to vote for Donald Trump. Now, the flagship magazine of evangelical Christianity is blasting Donald Trump and slamming Christians who plan to vote for Trump. Here is a quote that I want to put up for you and discuss from Christianity Today. This is from editorial director Andy Crouch. Now, as a reminder, Christianity Today was founded by evangelist Billy Graham in 1956. Okay, that's for context as to what magazine this is coming from. Quote, enthusiasm for a candidate like Trump gives our neighbors ample reason to doubt that we believe Jesus is Lord. They see that some of us are so self-interested and so self-protective that we will ally ourselves with someone who violates all that is sacred to us. Do you understand what that's saying? That Christians who are falling victims, who are becoming the prey of Donald Trump's rhetoric, are not being good Christians. Now, I'm not Christian. Quite honestly, I don't really care about analyzing Donald Trump specifically from a Christian lens, but many people do. And Christianity Today is spot on. How can you disagree with them that there is nothing Christian, there is nothing representative about what Christian values should be about the Donald Trump campaign? And when I turn on CNN and I see Kayleigh McEnany, Trump supporter, wearing her gold or whatever kind of cross necklace that she wears on every show, and hear her defend Donald Trump in terms of the comments he made about grabbing women's pussies when he wants, defending Donald Trump last night as I was watching TV, Don Lemon, defending Trump in light of all of these allegations about sexual assault, which don't run contrary to anything Trump has ever said, but rather just are representative of what Trump is on record as having said for a long time. I say to myself, what's Christian about Donald Trump, and how can a self-professed Christian like Kayleigh McEnany or whoever it is that's saying I'm voting for Trump because he's the Christian candidate, it's just really disturbing, Pat, because there's nothing Christian about this guy, is there?
And to the best of my knowledge, he's still leading in the polls amongst evangelicals.
Yeah.
And it's because they always have that excuse in their back pocket that, well, we promote forgiveness and redemption, so we're going to forgive, we're going to give him a pass on this one.
Yeah, except Trump's not born again, right? I mean, with George W. Bush, you could at least, I think this is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? I mean, I'm not defending this in any way. This is completely crazy, but you could at least have a credible case that in spite of all the bad stuff that George W. Bush did, he was born again. He's a born again Christian. And by the internal logic of being born again, we now have this rebirth and we're starting from scratch with George W. Bush. Okay, I don't buy into this, but some people do. Trump's not a born again Christian. I mean, he basically found his Christianity 15 months ago or 18 months ago, whenever he started running for president, saying that the Bible is his second favorite book or first favorite book, alongside The Art of the Deal, the book that someone else ghost wrote for him. The only thing in common, really, between Trump's book, Art of the Deal, and the Bible is that neither were written by Trump and are books that maybe he's glanced at some point in his life. But that's about it. And there's not even a bogus, seemingly credible case, because as you're pointing out, Trump is not born again, right? Why are we just saying, oh, we'll skip everything Trump did because it was a while ago?
It's like they're trying to find a reason to still support him.
Yeah.
Despite that fact, yeah.
It's digging pretty deep, and I think it is all imploding. I mean, it's all coming off the walls. It is crumbling right now for Trump, and we only have a couple of weeks left, and then we're going to see how this thing shapes up. Discuss this on our Reddit discussion forum by going to davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's Reddit. Back after this.